a collection of the best games in which you can organize and successfully complete an escape from prisons. If your favorite game is not included in this list, write in the comments. The Escapists, a series of games in which gamers are invited to escape from the most secure prisons in the world. Here you need to explore the territory, collect resources, craft useful items, and at the same time do not forget to follow the daily routine of the prison so as not to reveal your plans prematurely. The Escapists features a wide variety of prisons, including those familiar from various films and TV shows, and players have many different ways to escape. In the second part of the series, there is a co-op that will make the jailbreak even more fun. The Chronicles of Riddick, a line of first-person shooters with elements of stealth action, dedicated to the popular movie character, masterfully embodied on the screen by Vin Diesel. Riddick is an experienced killer who was not lucky enough to end up in a maximum security prison called Butcher's Cove. However, it soon turns out that it was her staff and superiors who were unlucky, because the hero had already begun to prepare an escape plan. The Chronicles of Riddick contains dynamic gameplay with many interesting mechanics, where hand-to-hand combat, stealth, and intense firefights are closely intertwined. A Way Out, action-adventure for 2 players, which tells the memorable story of prisoners who decided to get out of prison ahead of schedule. Unlike other prison escape games, A Way Out boasts a cinematic storyline. Gamers have to carefully plan and carry out their mission, while close cooperation is indispensable, because absolutely all the tasks in the game are geared towards teamwork. Due to this, the project is able to give the best cooperative experience to those who like to play games together. 1954 Alcatraz, a quest that tells about the escape from one of the most guarded prisons in the world, Alcatraz. The action focuses on a couple of characters, Joe, who is serving time for armed robbery, and Kristen, his wife, ready for anything to get her husband out of jail. The gameplay is a classic point-and-click adventure with pixel hunting and collecting items that can come in handy after many hours of playthrough. At the same time, 1954 Alcatraz is sure to please you with its masterfully conveyed atmosphere of the middle of the 20th century, interesting characters, and the influence of your actions on the end of the story. The Suffering. Surreal Software showed us that jailbreak games can also be made in the horror genre. It is enough to give amnesia to the main character and populate the prison in which he ended up with nightmarish monsters. The result is an excellent action game with an interesting plot and deep subtext, which even now, despite the weak graphics, is able to captivate from the very first minute. The list of locations in The Suffering is not limited to prison walls. The protagonist will have to visit the depths of underground mines, more often dense forests, city streets, military bases, and other places. But suffering and redemption still remain the central theme of the plot, so we can assume that Torque, that's the name of the main character, is constantly in his personal prison. Prison Break: The Conspiracy, a stealth action game based on the TV series of the same name, with a plot similar to that of episodes of the TV show. However, the main character here is different. Tom Paxton, a secret agent who is assigned to go to the Fox River prison and find out the true plans of the protagonist of the series, Prison Break, Mike Schofield. The gameplay of Prison Break: The Conspiracy is focused on the secret exploration of the hidden nooks and crannies of the prison, fights with other prisoners, and solving simple puzzles. Alas, not all the mechanics of the game were implemented at the proper level of quality, and due to the expiration of the copyright for the franchise, it was withdrawn from the official sale. Therefore, it is not possible to legally download Prison Break today. Prisoner of War, an exciting quest with elements of a stealth action, dedicated to the adventures of U.S. Air Force Captain Louis Stone. Being captured by the Nazis, he is trying to thwart plans to develop super-powerful missiles. The game combines elements of adventure and stealth action, and offers to develop a plan to escape from a concentration camp, and along the way get secret blueprints, complete a couple of tasks, and if possible, not reveal your intentions ahead of time. The Great Escape, a stealth action game based on the 1963 film of the same name and tells about the mass escape of prisoners of war from a German concentration camp. The game cannot boast of a good production and beautiful graphics, and the gameplay is unfinished on all fronts, from stealth to action. But fans of the original film will certainly like the opportunity to personally participate in iconic scenes. Prison Architect, a jailbreak game on our list that doesn't require you to escape. On the contrary, you must make sure that none of your wards, prisoners, because you are the director of the prison, leave its walls. This is not easy to do, because the prisoners constantly strive to either arrange a riot, or dig a tunnel, or bribe the guards. And yet, after all, it is necessary to provide them with comfortable conditions for staying in a correctional facility, ensure the safety of personnel, and try to extract at least some profit from this enterprise. The task is not easy, but doable. With custom mod support, Prison Architect gains near-infinite replay value with tens of thousands of prisons to manage and escape from. Prison Tycoon. Another manager where you, in the role of the head of the prison, will have to ensure the smooth functioning of the facility and prevent the prisoners from escaping. That is, as in the case of Prison Architect, this is an escape game in reverse. You have to keep the prisoners within the walls of the correctional facility. To be successful, you need to work with staff, maintain order, invest in improvements, and also use prisoners as a labor force. The prison must make a profit, and not just absorb the money upon as taxpayers. The Prison Tycoon series contains several issues, and all of them received average ratings from the press and users. Gothic. The scene of the first part of the Gothic series is a prison island surrounded by an insurmountable magical barrier. Here, criminals of all stripes are engaged in the extraction of magical ore, and a closed society has organized its own order, divided into factions and mired in endless confrontation. Your character will be thrown into this world, and you have to find a way to get over the barrier. Gothic provides unprecedented freedom of action and a reliable look at the magical universe, for which it is loved by the people. Jailbreak VR. VR Jailbreak is an immersive simulator that simulates a jailbreak. You have to pick locks, look for keys, and overcome obstacles in order to leave the place of detention. And if the trick does not work, fists will be used. And all this with a first-person view in a VR headset. The original idea, judging by the reviews on Steam, breaks down into an extremely mediocre implementation, and we would recommend not to build high expectations for this game. If your favorite game is not included in this list, write in the comments. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to our channel, watch our other videos, press like, turn on notifications, and you will always be aware of what to play today.